Okay, so I want to explain in a little way how I do my trading and how I do my risk management especially. So I have these three steps before I place a trade. In fact, two steps before the trade, and then the third step is the trade itself. So the first step is the analysis. Okay, so let's go to trading view. So we go to sushi because I want to make an analysis on sushi and place a trade on it. So go to sushi USDT. Sorry. Now on the 4 hours time frame, I'm seeing a level that I can work with. So, but I'll get down to 1 hour time frame once I place this. No, let me even use the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so I think I'll get a better view here. So this is actually something that's have flipped this particular zone. Okay, that's flipped this particular zone here, and there is a demand zone somewhere here. There's a demand zone somewhere here, so take note of this demand zone because it will be helpful when we are placing our stop loss. This here, we ignore it at least. Okay, but I will go with this one because when there's uh any stop loss on it's going to be this level that will become the that will hold that has more probability to hold than this. Okay, so doing the analysis and then sorry, I get a long position on this. Now notice that I could have actually placed my entry to be here. I could have placed my entry to be here. Okay, but since we have these two zones, okay, to be on the safer side, not to miss the trade and not to hit the stop loss. So we are going to use this as the entry zone, and then this will be the stop loss zone. So two of them would be factored in into the trade. Let's go. This will be to the last to the supply, actually the supply zone that was recently created. Okay, so here it is. Just some finishing touch here. Okay, so what happens now is that um I think there's another level here. Wait, give me a second. I don't know if this is actually, I think it is. Let me confirm. No, it's not. It's not something that we're going to work with. So I take it out. So we're okay with this. Now, what happens here is we have gotten our analysis clear. So the first step has been checked clear. Okay. Now the second step, and just a finishing touch. Sorry, an increase. Let me increase this a little bit. Okay, yeah. So now we are done with the analysis. So we have checked that box. Now the second step is our risk management. We have to start. Okay, on the previous video that I did, I explained how to this analysis. Yeah. Okay, now the trade is already triggered and it's moving already. Okay, now I want to talk about the risk management for this trade. Okay, first of all, this rectangle box, which is for the calculation of the position size risk, etc. Okay, you use that and then measure the trade. Okay, so you see that the take profit is 26%, the stop loss is 3.66% with a risk reward of 7.1, with a risk reward of 7. Yeah. Now, before you place this trade, the second step you have to do is that you make sure that this stop loss here, this stop loss, you have calculated it with the money that you're using to place the trade. So let's use $100 for instance. So if you want to use $100 to place this trade on a 10x leverage, that would give you 3.66, which is 36 percent as your stop loss. If you're using 10x, 36% of $100 is $36, right? Which shows you that if your stop loss hits, you're going to lose $36. But if you do not want your risk to be that $36, you don't reduce this stop loss here. No, you don't. What you do is reduce either your leverage or your margin, any of these or both. Okay, you reduce it, you adjust it until it gets to the particular size that you are okay with. Okay, so maybe let's say is $10 that you're okay with, or let's say it's $3 or $3.66 that it's you're okay with losing. What you're going to do, and you want to use $100 as your margin, what you're going to do is you reduce your leverage from that 10x and you make it 1x. You understand? So if the stop loss hits 3%, 3.66 times 1x will give you 3.66, which is $3.66. You get? So that your stop loss will be that $3.66. So if you are trying to place this trade, you have to make sure you have calculated this, you have done this calculation, and then you have adjusted it. You don't adjust your stop loss structurally, okay? You adjust it based on your leverage and your position. So like I said earlier, you don't say because you want to reduce your stop loss and then you come here. Let me show you. You come here and then reduce this stop loss from being here. Remember in the previous video I told you the reason why I placed this stop loss here, and then watch what would have happened if the stop loss was here. It would have fit, and then as the trade is going up now, we would have been out of the trade. So imagine you now that maybe set the stop loss here, it would have been stopped out. It would have been stopped out since. Okay, so if you reduce it because you want a smaller stop loss, this is not what to do. Rather, you have to keep the stop loss where it has to be. You have to be the one to adjust yourself, to adjust your position size to fit into the structure of the market. You understand? So that is it. Okay. Then the third part now is to execute your execution. Okay, where you go to your exchange and then or your broker exchange actually, because this is crypto pay. Um, you go to your exchange and then place a trade. Okay, so this is the three steps of placing a trade for me. Okay, so I hope this helps you. So this is the Sushi USDT trade. You can see that it is already moving in good profits. Okay, and then you see that there was a breakdown below here that could have stopped us out if our stop loss was not at this level. You can see that's the reason why I said this that time, that you have to get your stop loss to be below this. You understand that it should be below this has a higher probability of holding up than this. Okay, so we are up let me check. Okay, we are up like 10%. 10%. Okay, so we have covered like 1:2, 1:2 ratio. Okay, so I entered this trade though at 60 something percent on 10x. That's where I closed my position on it at 60 something percent. So yeah, it's a good one. And then I'm also planning to get a re-entry somewhere here to take profit zone. Okay, if I can find a re-entry somewhere here, if I can find a re-entry somewhere here, somewhere around this area, okay, if I get confirmations and good area, but if not, I'm going to ignore it. Okay, the way BTC is moving now, 29,000, 30,200 within this zone. So with the movement, that's what we know what we'll do next. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And I hope you okay. So I made a entry on this trade sushi USDT. Okay, you can see from here, from here, but it got snubbed by just a few cents. It got snubbed here. Okay, I actually watched it get snubbed. Okay, there was some kind of drop on BTC that night, and then it got snubbed. So from our first entry, you see that if you entered this, it would have been up would have been up 24%. Like it's currently at 19%, 18% now, but it would have gone up as much as 24%. Okay, there is a supply level here, and that's where our take profit is, and I still expect it to get to that area. So you could see that this is just simple method that you can use to get profitable trades. Okay, so and then I really encourage you to join the Mustard Academy, and then to learn more about all this. Okay,